Welcome back. More than 850,000 Louisianans rely on SNAP benefits. This week, Governor Jeff Landry announced because of the federal government shutdown, those benefits will stop. Louisiana First News reporter Deshaun Johnson has that story.
It's been over 20 days since the government shut down. Now it's creating many issues nationwide.
SNAP benefits will be closing. We'll be having to shut those off I think, right after November 1st.
Governor Jeff Landry making the announcement on Monday, now confirming thousands of people across Louisiana won't see any money on their SNAP cards. Democratic leaders saying Wednesday this is a consequence of not just the shutdown.
We're in a moment where millions of Americans are about to increase their experience with heightened food insecurity, with hunger, because of the one big ugly bill.
Louisiana is one of many states that will be hit. Republican leaders say Democrats are choosing to keep the government in the dark unless they make a change.
42 million people across America are going to suffer from those SNAP benefits that they count on right before Thanksgiving, because Chuck Schumer and Democrats are so angry with President Trump that they just want to find a way to say no.
Governor Landry issued a statement Wednesday saying, quote, the U.S. Senate is failing to open the federal government. SNAP benefits are paid for by the federal government, and without those funds, we cannot provide the benefits, end quote. Many families who use SNAP may have to rely on other resources. Louisiana Department of Health Secretary Bruce Greenstein also issued a statement saying, quote, we will do all we can to ensure SNAP recipients are aware of this and that retailers are prepared as well.
They're hurting Americans, and each and every day the government stays shut down because of their stubbornness doesn't do America any good.
Democrats say they want to find common ground with those across the aisle.
Come to work, come to D.C., sit down with us, negotiate.
I don't know what there is to negotiate. This is about opening up the government.
Deshaun Johnson, Louisiana First News.
The Louisiana Department of Health says it will notify SNAP recipients this week that November benefits will stop until the government reopens. SNAP balances from previous months can still be used. And as part of the ongoing government shutdown in Washington, the National Flood Insurance Program has expired, leaving people who want to buy a house in our area unable to get one since it's a requirement to purchase before a bank will issue a home loan. Louisiana First News reporter Michelle Masson has the latest on lawmakers' efforts to fix it.
We'll be putting forward a kind of, we call it rifle shot piece of legislation, and see if Democrats will accept it, that yes, the government shut down, but we want to at least carve out this portion of what the government does to allow that young couple who's been saving up their money and finally wants to close, maybe they've sold the place they were in, but they're transitioning to a new home, to be able to move into that new home. So we'll be putting that forward in the next day or so.
Senator Bill Cassidy saying his party is doing all they can to reach a deal with Democrats on the issue of the National Flood Insurance Program.
Every day that goes by, we're costing literally millions of dollars in revenue for our city, state, and federal coffers because we aren't able to sell any real estate. We aren't able to advance these big level projects that require flood insurance.
Across the aisle, Democratic Congressman Troy Carter stating the same concern.
Mike Ezell and I, my Republican counterpart in Mississippi, co-authored a piece of legislation that would have extended the expiration date. We did this back in April in anticipation of the potential shutting down of the government. We didn't want to take any chances, so we did it way in April to avoid such a shutdown. Unfortunately, that bill was never called to the floor for a vote.
Although policy debates are at the heart of this shutdown, it appears both sides are on the same page when it comes to keeping the real estate economy moving, with both Carter and Cassidy saying they want to push legislation through to fix the issue ASAP.
The American people deserve better than to see, to watch the degradation of services throughout the country.
Michelle Masson, Louisiana First News.
And you can still register for federal disaster assistance if a presidential disaster declaration is made. Coming up, a pollster says Louisiana voters are not happy some elections are going to a closed primary system. I'll break down the numbers with John Cuvion next.